don't know whether George Hegel is familiar to you, great 18th century German philosopher. And he said in German that no man, I'll do it in English actually, he said that no man, he said, should stand up and speak in public for longer, he said, than he could make love to his wife. But on the basis that you said keep it down to about 3 minutes, which the Sun newspaper says is about right, I'm all right then. Yeah. So I guess really I've been invited here only, reasonably so, the logic is because of The Apprentice. Loved and hated in equal measure. And I think it's about time that we had a pub task.
Yeah,
so with that heavy hint, keep watching, boost the figures, there is a pub task coming up and it's great fun. It's great fun. But one of the few fun things really about being involved with The Apprentice is you meet interesting people. And there was a sport relief, a special charity one the other week, and there was a big party at the end of it. And I was standing there minding my own business, and up shuffled the great Clement Freud. He has an extraordinarily large head. It's the size of a horse's head. Anyway, shuffled up. And he's an old man, now he's got these sort of soulful eyes, and he said, I watched that program, he said, I quite like that program. He said, you don't do a bad job. And it was quite a compliment from someone like Clement Freud, you see. So I said, rather taken aback, being a modest fellow, God knows I've got quite a lot to be modest about. I said to him, well, not really, I said, I'm a bit of a fraud, actually. And he said, no, he said, I'm a complete Freud. And with that, he sort of wandered off. That's Clement Freud for you. But there was something that was very appropriate about calling myself a fraud, because I think that every manager in this place has got more business skills than I've got. You run a more complex business than I've ever run. And you've got so many great skills, and ones that, I wish I had. You may not know this, but you're all polymaths. And I know that because I asked Margaret about polymaths. I said, I've run across this word polymath. And she said, sit down and get your pencil out. She said, I'll explain it to you. She said, poly, she said, comes from the Greek, which is many. So, for instance, you get polytechnic, many technical things. You'd get polystyrene. You'd get polyana. You get all sorts of things. But polymath means that you have many, many skills. And in everyday life, you have to exercise all of those skills, really. You've got to be actors in your pub. And you know that you've got to put on a bit of a performance. You've got to be restaurateurs, you've got to be chefs, you've got to be cellarmen, you've got to be marketing people that can get out there and build a business and drive it forward. You've got to be publicists that can publicize and bring people in. You've got to be building maintenance managers, if you like. You've got to be able to look after your buildings. You've got all of those things. You've also got, I guess, to have the patience of Job. You've got to be marriage guidance counselors. You've got to have the stamina of long-distance runners. You've got to be patient, because you've got to deal with those idiots at head office from time to time, don't I?